All right, so today I'm going to do a part 2 of my houseplant tour. That was a tongue twister. So my channel is called Mostly Hoyas because I have mostly Hoyas in my collection. So the part 1 was all the Hoyas, which is already up, and you can see, I'll link it for you in the description if you want to go watch that. But I do also have a substantial amount of non-Hoya houseplants, and some are quite large. So I thought I'd do a little tour for you guys. It's spring. A lot of my houseplants just grow from window light. So that means once the days get longer, they really start growing, and then I get excited. And so yeah, I just thought I would show you guys around. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so thought that I would start with the largest houseplants, which means we will need to switch locations. Okay, so this is my Monstera, and you'll see why I had to come downstairs because she lives down here. That's how tall she is off the ground. She lives back there in that corner by the window. So I brought her all the way out for you guys. But yeah, I'm pretty proud that I can still lift it, actually. And that new top leaf, she's pretty. I got this at Walmart maybe 3 years ago, and it was like $40 for like a really mature Monstera already. And so I said, yes, I'm getting that. So here we are. Okay, I'm gonna put her back. Okay, this is my Schefflera, and she leans a little bit. So she's in a corner by a window and just kind of leans up against the wall. But I'm out of breath from moving all these plants. This plant, I got maybe in 2020. And it reminds me of my mom, because when I would stop by my mom's office as a kid, she had a big, hers was like bushy and like big and round. She had a big bushy Schefflera plant in her office. And so I was like, I'm gonna get my own. And it reminds me of her. And I think it's still at the office from whoever took it over. But anyways, it lives by a different window and just kind of like hangs out and chills and leans up against the wall. So it's very tall. It's in like a little planter here. Let me see if I can get it up. Oh, so it lives in this planter, which I love. So anyways, I'm gonna go put her back too. Okay, these are my ties. My Monstera ties. There's 2 of them. They live back in that corner by Big Sister, kind of like stacked like this on top of each other. So it looks kind of like one plant. But hang on, there's more. I have another one, because why have one when you can have 3? And I think this one, well, I know this one is a propagation of one of these 2. Actually, I think they're all a propagation of one of the big ones. I just can't remember. And this one needs to be repotted because the growth is stunted. But here they are. Okay, I'm gonna go put these ones away. Random, but I have a box of snake plant propagations ready to be given away. Okay, I'm way back here to show you how long this is. This is my blue pothos, the CEBU blue. I don't know how to say the first name, if it's like a C or a K. I think it's Cebu blue. Not really sure. This one was another Home Depot find quite a while ago. And again, I don't really do anything special. Gets window light. And you kind of don't know how big they've gotten until you like try and take them down and they're tangled and everything. And then you can't even get it all in one frame when you're like, oh, that is actually quite large. This is my philodendron Rio tower in a repurposed nursery pot. But this is a super trellis. If you haven't ever had one, they're really great because you can just keep adding on, or you can take it down. This keeps growing to the top, and I keep just chopping it because I don't have any more super trellis. And I bought this back when things were crazy, and you had to go on Gabriella's website like the second they released and buy one. And no regrets. I love it. I love it so much. I have 2 propagations upstairs that are smaller, and they're in hanging pots instead of growing upwards, but you know, you gotta have variations. She also lives in the corner of the window by the big Monstera. Okay, this is my sort of my last of the biggies, but I just wanted to show you how long they are because you can't even get them all on frame. But this one is just a variegated heartleaf philodendron that has reverted in some spots. And it, again, just hangs in a window. It started out as a teeny tiny plug, so like those little stems in there are so tiny. And then it's matured so much more at the end. So I think I'm gonna be chopping and propping soon to make it nice and full. But I love that it's growing vertically and then also hangs down. Okay, now that we're done with the big guys, let's go back to ones that I can fit on this screen. So this is my Mandula pothos, and it just grows in the window. It has some burn spots because I left it in the window, but it sort of liked it. This was a Home Depot score, and it's so big and bushy. And of course, you can't have just one, right? So I have a little propagation up here, just for funsies. You never know when this one might kick the bucket. Okay, and then I have a, I guess you could say third Mandula. This one wasn't, that great looking in the store, but I just was like, you know what, you never see these at this size, so I'll buy it and then I'll let it grow out and I'll cut off the pretty parts. So this is going to be a mother plant for propagations, but I have two big ones now. Okay, this is my philodendron micans, and this is a replacement for the one that was recently deceased, which I made another video about that because that was just one of those days where you're like, really? So this one is from a local nursery, and I don't know if you guys have Valpak where you are, but they had a Valpak coupon, and so I took the coupon and I thought, oh my gosh, please have the micans, please have it. And they had this gorgeous one, and yeah, so I got this and I got to use a coupon. This is my Synapsis Silver Hero, and this one I saw someone else post on their page that they were out at Walmart a few weeks ago, maybe like a month ago, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to get one. So traditionally, I don't have a good history with Synapsis. I just can't keep them alive, but I thought, you know what, it's been like 3 years, I'll give it another try, especially for a silver, an all silver one. And I went to probably 5 Walmarts and found a couple really raggedy looking ones. And I just thought, no, I'm going to hold out. I could take a rehab plant for the price, but I held out and I got one that looks pretty decent, and it's already starting to trail a little bit. So yeah, I'm very excited. And this one is in a self-wicking pot, so maybe that will help me be successful. Okay, this is my regular green pothos, and this one was a rehab, and it's now finally starting to really trail and fill out, so I'm really excited about that. This new leaf was really big, and this one again just gets window light, and now that the days are getting longer, it's really starting to put out some long vines. This is my variegated string of pearls, and I thought this was such a score at Home Depot for $17. And it really is. And then about a week later, I went to a local nursery and they had 10-inch hanging baskets that hung down to here for $19, $20. I almost bought one, but I was like, no, I have this one. She'll be there someday. She'll look like that someday. I'll leave these for the others. But this is another plant, the string of pearls, that I have not been successful with. I think I've killed probably 3 of them. And again, now it's been like 3, maybe 4 years since I've tried. And so I thought, okay, let's try again. Let's do this and let's give it a go. Okay, so that is my non-Hoya houseplant tour. That's still a tongue twister. But yeah, I'd love to hear what, plants you guys have, or ones that you struggle with, or ones that you're just really proud of right now if you want to share. I love reading your guys' comments. So anyways, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.